Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is seriously some of the most intriguing NFL rumor mill buzz we've seen in a while. And it could very well shake up the AFC North in a way we haven't seen in years. It's all centered around a blockbuster trade rumor involving none other than Ja'Marr Chase, the Cincinnati Bengals, star wide receiver, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And let me tell you, this is not just some idle gossip. This is coming from sources like Adam Schefter, who's been pretty spot-on with NFL insider scoops over the years. It's got everyone talking, Bengals fans, Steelers fans, and the entire league. So here's the gist. The Bengals, who are currently reeling after a tough start to 2025, sitting at 3-6, are apparently open to trading Chase. Yeah, you heard that right. The team is in a rebuild mode, and with the trade deadline looming on November 4th, they're supposedly looking to move Chase in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, plus a third-round pick in 2027. Now, this isn't just about clearing cap space, although it does free up around $15 million, but it's also about reshaping the roster. Cincinnati is trying to bolster their offensive line, which has been a sieve this season, allowing an average of 3-2 sacks per game. That's a huge problem when your quarterback, Joe Burrow, is already dealing with injuries and a fragile pocket. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Not everyone is sold on this idea. Some analysts and fans are raising eyebrows, questioning whether losing a player like Chase, who was an All-Pro in 2024 with over 700 receiving yards, makes sense when your defense is giving up nearly 28 points per game. It's a classic dilemma. Do you sacrifice a star receiver to fix other areas and hope it leads to a better future? Or do you hold on to him and try to fix the defense, hoping that the offense can carry the team? For the Bengals, the thinking might be that Chase's trade value is too good to pass up, especially with his explosive 2025 season, where he's already racked up 652 yards and 6 touchdowns in just 9 weeks, averaging over 14 yards per reception and earning a solid 91.2 PFF overall grade. Now Chase himself has been playing at an elite level this season, even after suffering an ankle injury in Week 3 that limited him to about 80% of the snaps. But when he's healthy, he's a matchup nightmare. His speed, clocked at 4.34 in the 40-yard dash, combined with his precise hands and yards after catch ability, makes him a perennial deep threat. Remember that game against the Ravens where he racked up 149 yards receiving. That was just a taste of what he can do. With his combination of speed, agility, and route running, Chase is the type of receiver who can change the entire dynamic of an offense, transforming it into a more explosive, big-play unit. Now shifting gears to the Steelers' side of the equation. Pittsburgh is at 5-3, sitting comfortably in the playoff hunt, but their wide receiver core has been a bit shaky. George Pickens has been solid with over 600 yards, but he's also had his share of drops, around 8% of his targets, which keeps the offense from being as consistent as it could be. Adding Chase would be a game changer. It would instantly elevate the Steelers' passing attack, giving quarterback Kenny Pickett a true top-tier weapon. Imagine a duo of Chase and Pickens, stretching defenses deep, forcing safeties to pick their poison. Chase's ability to turn short routes into big gains, combined with Pickens' size and YAC potential of nearly 10 yards per catch, would open up the field like never before. And let's not forget about the strategic benefits for the Steelers. With Chase in the lineup, the entire offense becomes more dynamic. It would take pressure off the run game, which currently averages around 3.8 yards per carry, not bad, but not elite either. The added threat of Chase's deep speed and precise route running means safeties would have to respect the vertical game more, creating more space for Najee Harris and the running backs to operate. It also improves the Steelers' ability to sustain drives. Think about how the offense has been averaging around 5.2 minutes per drive. With Chase, that number could jump significantly, perhaps pushing over 6-8 minutes per drive, giving the defense more rest and control of the game clock. But what about the impact on the division? Well, the AFC North is already a tough nut to crack, and adding Chase to the Steelers' arsenal could make them even more formidable. Their odds of winning the Super Bowl could see a massive boost, jumping from +8,0 to around +3,500. That's a huge leap for a team that's been solid but still searching for that extra punch. Chase's presence on the field would not only boost the offense, but also send a message to the rest of the league that the Steelers are serious contenders. In terms of postseason implications, Chase as an X-factor would significantly increase their chances of making a deep playoff run. His track record in the playoffs shows a player capable of generating +0.6 EPA per route in high-stakes games, which is elite. It could help Pittsburgh neutralize some of the league's top secondaries like the Chiefs or Ravens by stretching defenses vertically and creating mismatches all over the field. The Steelers could then become not just a playoff team, but a legitimate contender for the Lombardi Trophy. The trade would be a bold move, but if it pans out, it might be remembered as the turning point that launched Pittsburgh back into the NFL's upper echelon. To put it all into perspective, this isn't just about one player. It's about a franchise making a statement that they're willing to go all in, to swing for the fences and chase greatness. Chase's potential arrival would be a metaphorical rocket, propelling the Steelers beyond the rebuilding phase and into a true championship window. It's a bold vision, but one that makes a lot of sense when you consider the talent, the current roster needs, and the opportunities that lie ahead. Now, let's be clear, the Bengals are taking a chance, too. Trading away Chase is a gamble. They're risking losing a dynamic playmaker who can change games in an instant. But if the rebuilding process is as urgent as some reports suggest, it might be a necessary step. Cincinnati might be looking at the bigger picture, trying to reset their cap and roster for future success, even if it means parting ways with one of their brightest stars. It's a tough call, but with the NFL landscape always shifting, sometimes you have to make bold moves to stay competitive. And for the Steelers, this potential trade feels like a seismic shift. They've been building steadily with a good mix of young talent and veteran leadership, but adding Chase would be the cherry on top, a true game changer. Imagine the Steelers' offense with a player like him, stretching defenses, forcing turnovers, and making those highlight reel plays that energize the entire team and fan base. It's the kind of move that could turn a promising season into a memorable playoff run and maybe even a Super Bowl appearance. Of course, all of this depends on whether the trade actually happens. NFL trades are complicated, full of negotiations, cap considerations, and team priorities. But the mere possibility has Steelers fans buzzing, dreaming about what could be. The AFC North is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, with the Ravens and Browns always lurking. But if Pittsburgh pulls off this deal, it could be the game changer that elevates them above the rest. It's an exciting time to be a Steelers fan, and whether or not this deal comes to fruition, one thing is clear: the team is aiming high and the season is far from over. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Chase in black and gold makes us a Super Bowl favorite? Or is this too much of a risk? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. Because this season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're all in this together. Let's keep supporting our Steelers, no matter what happens, because one thing's for sure, we're always aiming for that Lombardi Trophy. And with a little bit of luck and some bold moves, this could be our year.